trees ripped from the ground, but nobody makes a sound. I see fire burning, but I'm fine. I am nobody. The future feels so unsure. Didn't we deserve more? The burden that you left is way too heavy for me. Do you ever feel like the world would die out? My anxieties off the roof, I cry out. We have gone too far, take me back right now. I see fire burning, but I close my eyes. I'd rather deny that. Everything is falling out of place. I see trees ripped from the ground, but nobody makes a sound. I see fire burning, but I'm fine. I am nobody.
Sup? It is Sunday. Frick, it's Sunday already. Man, the freaking week went by so fast. Welcome to another stream. It has been a hot minute as per the usual. Streaming for absolutely no reason with absolutely no schedule in mind. You're welcome. But we're going to go through the rest of the spring anime for this season, because I actually want to start watching stuff. I've already watched like 5 shows, Vigilante first episode, and a few other things. But yeah, I'm hopefully gonna get straight into it this time, not waste too much time. Personally, I think the best shows this season are would probably be, at least other things I've seen, To Be Hero X is probably the best, I'm gonna be honest, and that's Chinese. So there you go, have fun with that one. Should be on Crunchyroll though, and it's 3D animated, so I don't even know if that counts, but really freaking fire show. Check that one out for sure. We'll see if we get to it on this list. Yeah, let me pause that for a second, and let me scroll down for, okay, I do want to say real quick, I started a few shows already outside of, a few of the top that I'll leave for later. But Witch Watch is getting a lot of like notoriety online, and I don't understand it. People are calling it the next Gintama. I strongly disagree, and I apologize if my model is sort of tweaking out. I don't know what it is. Every time I stream, it stops working properly. But hopefully it'll figure itself out by the end. But yeah, no, Witch Watch, unfortunately, Not a great comedy. Would be a fine show if its main center, like if it didn't center around the comedy aspect, and it really tries to be a comedy and never hit. I haven't seen episode 2, but episode 1 was did not impress me. Alright, that's a bit negative. Let's get straight into this. Other than that, I've been freaking enjoying the rest of this shit. Sword of the Demon Hunter, freaking fire. First episode, absolutely amazing. I'm like 5 minutes, 6 minutes into the second episode. Really freaking good. I definitely suggest checking that one out. And okay, so let's get into the rest of the shit. Where did I leave off? Okay, I think we stopped here. So I actually didn't watch that much. Okay, we got a lot to get through. All right. Well, let's start. Let's waste no more time and let's go straight. I think we saw this. Yeah, no, we saw this last time. All right, so let's go straight into this with this one. Rated a 7.38 from Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. I feel like I heard about this. Like, I feel like this already came out, so it's weird that this is like. I feel like this should be a second season, or maybe it's just there's 20 of the identical shit that's been playing. But who knows? Whatever. Anyway, let's get straight into it. There's a lot of stuff I want to watch, so we got a lot of stuff to go through. I think update real quick is I'll probably only be doing one tier list video from now on for each season. I'm gonna pick just shit that I like, probably like 10 or 12 shows in total, because I feel like going through the regular like 25 is getting a little bit tough. So unless it's egregious and it would be really funny to talk about, I probably will skip it. But yeah, anyways, all right, let's try this, and hopefully I don't get copyright claimed for like literally everything, which happened last stream. But yeah, there's a few things I have to cut out completely because just copyright is kind of crazy. All right, let's go. I'll try and add some useful comedy commentary.
ガーデナント氏の実力がいかほどかご教示いただきたい。
Okay.
片田舎で代々続く剣術道場。俺はここで生まれて物心ついた頃から勃剣とじゃれ合ってた。そのまま今に至る。
先生の剣がどこでも通用す
Seems
ることを
wholesome.
証明する。先生にふさわしい舞台を用意せずにはいられなかった。
なんでこんなことに。
先生の元を離れて20年。今の私を見てください。当たらない当たらない。やはり先生はこうでないと。先生、お久しぶりっす。私に任せてくださいっす。
Was that CG? Was that a freaking CG character for no reason? That's a CG character for no reason. What the frick?
5年経ってる。私も成長した。試してみたいのよ。強者を相手にの。
I like her. Hold on. Let's go back.
私も成長した。試してみたいのよ。
So I have a type.
強者を相手にの。
And that's my type, I guess. Maybe not that young, but
大いなる神のご加護よ。
あいつはこの村で終わっちゃいけねえんだ。
先生、先生、先生、先生。
立派に育ってくれてありがとう。
why is every title from now on just copying Mushoku Tensei's like color palette, whatever?
ベリル、お前もう帰ってこなくていいぞ。 ついでに嫁見つけるまで
Probably should have read the synopsis to this. Whoops.
早く孫の顔を見せろ。
It actually has a new voice actor, so that's actually surprising. Okay, let's go. Let me read the synopsis to this. Let me pull my face up. Okay, main character is a self-proclaimed humble old man. Great start. Okay, appreciate humble people who self-proclaim themselves as humble. Yeah, there you go. Is a sword instructor at his dojo in a rural backwater village. Man, I can't read today. Okay, cool. I just freaking had a monster for like the first time in like months, so there we go. Oh, okay. In his younger years, he dreamed of glory as a master swordsman. But those days are long behind him. Out of the blue, he receives a visit from a famous former pupil who brings him just world-shattering news. It's not that big. He's been appointed as a special instructor for the Knights of the Liberian Order. Okay. No idea what that is. With his life now turned upside down, Beryl, I think it's Beryl, travels to the capital and reunites with some of his former students. Elite Knights and Ace, Witch, Wizard, same thing. And even an adventurer who attained the highest guild rank possible. Okay, cool. So that's embarrassing. But why do they all want his tutelage? Because they want to fuck him? Like, I don't know. As far as he's concerned, they clearly don't need him anymore. My prior statement still stands. Okay. Can Beryl live up to his new position? Okay. And will he ever get a moment's peace away from his adoring students? Okay. So students are in heat. Fair enough. Well, you know what? Hey, at least he's not. At least they're not in heat while they're at school. So that's good. 7.38. Probably not. This is probably a pass from me. I'm gonna be honest. I think give this a shot if you are itching for a fantasy main character who's like 30. Old and depressed. That's fine. You can do that. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm gonna stare at you silently and act disappointed, but I'm not gonna judge you, openly at least. Okay, cool, fair enough. Okay, here we go. The Gaguk's favorite, guaranteed. It's a romance. It's a romance, but for adults. So, it's like it's like an anime romance without the setting, with like in a boring setting. Where people go to work. Oh, fair enough. This could be different though. This is not in a workplace environment, so this could be hot. This could be different. Oh, I should actually move this to YouTube. Okay, let's see. There you go. Let's see what we got. I'm being too harsh. I'm being freaking too harsh. I should be nicer. All right, let's give this thing a shot. Freaking old ass looking animation style, so that might be unique. Let's give it a shot. I keep forgetting to read the freaking synopsis. What the heck? Okay, so in the distant future, this is called Kowloon Generic Romance. Oh, great. I'd love to know what that means. Kowloon. Oh dear. In the distant future, individuals who adore the old way of life live in Kowloon Walled City, a slum city that serves as a refuge for those who long for the Hong Kong of the past. Oh, this is Chinese? Damn, okay. A realtor, not going to pronounce that, however, craves for the new and exciting places in the area. In contrast, her only co-worker, another dude, enjoys the nostalgia the city invokes and is put off by anything modern that seeps past its walls. Frick, I can't read today. Holy shit. Okay, so he's a boomer. Okay. Romance rumors. Let's go. But despite their differing views and constant bickering on the most mundane things, the two often find themselves enjoying each other's company. That's nice. One day, a prank gone wrong leads Hajime to make an unexpected advance towards Reiko. Okay, after which he swiftly apologizes for. Baffled by his actions, Reiko starts investigating for possible explanations, only to discover a past that she has no memory of. Fair enough. Let's go.
そこに映ってるの
Do we
私
have
じゃないんで
nope, no subtitles for this one, boys. Sorry.
す私記憶がないんです、過去の自分を全く思い出せない
Okay, so she doesn't remember anything. That's what I'm hearing. It sounds like she has amnesia. Okay.
みんなクーロンに恋をしているんだ
Ooh, Gintama's voice. Like that. Hell yeah. Let's go. Gintama's voice.
新しいものなんて必要ないんだよ
Might watch it. Might watch it just because of his voice actor.
クジライヒーローは遅れてくるってのがお約束だ
It's like a Ranma period of manga.
私は工藤さんの知ってるクジライ玲子ではないんでしょう
Is this supernatural?
お前の方だろ
The frick? Ooh, this is a fire song. Oh, I'm gonna get copyright for this. Immediately, I know I'm gonna get copyright for this. If it's a good song, I'm gonna copyright for it.
花言葉あなただけを見つめてる、過去がない人間なんて他にもいるよ例えば私とか
素晴らしすぎてどうにかなりそう
Damn. Damn, okay.
このクーロンは俺の知ってるクーロンじゃない。人っていうのは見たいもんを見ても生きねえ。
この人生彼女
I'm gonna pause it for a second so I don't less chance of getting copyright. Oh, let's go.
私は知りたいたとえそれがオスがするものだとしても
This looks actually interesting. I take what I back said. What I back said. There you go. Interesting. You know what? I'll give that a shot. I'll give it 3 episodes because it seems sci-fi. Yeah, I feel like it takes a few episodes for this to kick in. So I'll give it 3 episodes. All right, we'll watch this. I've already seen the first episode, as I said. But all right, Sword of the Demon Hunter. In the Edo period, there was a shrine maiden called Itsukihime in the mountain village of Kadano. Jinta, a young man who acts as the shrine maiden's guardian despite being a stranger, encounters a mysterious demon who speaks of a far future in the forest where he went to defeat it. Okay, that's one sentence. Sure. From Edo to Heisei era, this huge Japanese fantasy series follows a demon man who travels through time while continuously questioning the meaning of wielding a sword. Interesting. I'm a little worried about the time period thing, I'm going to be honest, because that's a little bit, You know, at the end of the first episode, I was a little worried, but it seems like it's not actually just jumping through time periods. It seems to be a bit slow in terms of like actual going through periods. So we actually stay quite like in the Edo period, Heisei period, for a while, which is very nice. But it seems like it does go to modern day, sort of, which I'm a little skeptical of, because I feel like that's a little, a little strange. I don't know how you're gonna pull that off, but hopefully, you know what, they can pull it off. So let's watch the PV.
江戸時代山あいの集落角野
Do we have? Nope.
こたびも鬼
Sorry,
切
guys.
役
No
会
subtitles.
議でした
見込まりとしてなすべきをなしたまででございます
兄ちゃんおはよう、おかえりなさい
ただいま
仲睦まじい兄弟密かに思いを寄せる二人三人の運命の歯車が重なり狂う
こんな女いなくなればいいのにね。
兄ちゃんはね、鈴のすべてだから。
俺強くなる。どんな鬼でも倒せるようになる。
私ジンタが
I just want to say that every piece of footage from this trailer is all from the first episode. And the first episode is like an hour long, so show that out there.
このお姫様は悪い女なの。
鈴ちゃん、鬼の話なんて聞いちゃダメ。
守るべきと誓ったもの、それに守るだけの価値がなくなった時、お前は何に切っ先を向ける？
ねえ姫様、死んで。
人よ、なぜ刀を振るう？
A quick pause for copyright. Cool.
俺は何もできなかった。何一つ守れなかった。170年後に現れる鬼神。
けじめはつけねばならぬでしょう。
時代を超えた復讐劇。鬼神幻冬賞。
今一度己を磨き直し、
Quick pause. Cool.
いずれこの地に降り立つであろう鬼神を討つために。
Cool. All right, so we're gonna throw that out there immediately. This has my seal of recommendation for the first episode. All right, from the get-go, this is one I'm going to be following. So, yeah, there you go. Okay, Aharon-san. Ooh, yes, this. I know this. All right, so I watched the first season of this. It was cute. It was wholesome. It was boring as frick, but it was cute and wholesome. Let's give it a. I'll watch the trailer, but I will be skipping this. Unfortunately, it is cute, but it's yeah, it's not my deal. It's not my cup of tea.
なあ、休み入ったらみんなで海行こうぜ。こうしちゃおれん。いい水着を買わないとな。この島で太陽が水平線とくっついているところを見たカップル。
Every time I drink, my model makes like the most weird ass, like creepy ass smiles. She's like, hey. Every time I freaking drink. Anyways.
長く結ばれるって話があるんだ。
What the frick is he wearing? Oh, she looks funny.
長く結ばれるって話。
Okay, dude. Okay, whatever, dude.
話があるんだ。
長く結ばれる。おまじね、つぶつぶの森。
つぶたぬって呼んでつぶ。修学旅行。
楽しみだね。
Uh-oh, I feel like I saw this last time I streamed. Whoops. I don't know actually though. I might not have.
嫌だったことは一度もないよ。
友達が離れていったことを思い出して。知らないふりしてごめんね。
大丈夫だよ。あの頃とは違うから。
私のせいで負けたりするのが怖くて。
I wonder if I'm gonna get copyright for this, but damn, this is looks like a lot more emotional than the first season because the first season was drab. It was cute, but very drab. I think it was similar to Komi. I think if you really like Komi-sama, like Komi-san Can't Communicate, I feel like it will be an easier transition to this, but I found it pretty boring, if I'm to be honest. So this is along the same lines of like watching, cute girls do cute things anime. So I mean, like even if you're a hard romance fan, I wouldn't even suggest this because it's really hard to call this even a romance. It's just two kind of dorks hanging out, and which could be, isn't a bad premise and could be fun, but it was a little boring. But yeah, I'll probably be skipping this if I'm to be honest. But...
変わっていくものだと思う。それでも ずっと一緒にいられたらいいと思う。
友達になりたい。かっこ悪くないよ。
俺の代わりに頼んだぞ。
変われないな。
アハレンさん。
ありがとう。
That's cute. Aw, that's wholesome. The train scenes are always great. Okie dokie. Well, there you go. Very nice. Yeet. Okay. What is this? Oh, I saw some of this on Twitter. The main character seems kind of based. Not gonna lie. Alright, let me see. Okay, the Brilliant Healer's new life in the shadows. I should actually play this. I'm reading this. Alright. Life hasn't been kind to Xenos. Let me turn that music down for me. Okay, life hasn't been kind to Xenos. He was born in the slums, and his dirt-poor background has denied him almost every opportunity. After an encounter with a healer, he throws himself into studying to become one and finally catches a break when an adventurer invites Xanos into his party. Xanos is thrilled, so thrilled in fact that he is willing to put up with his teammates treating him like garbage. Oh no, he was booted out of the Hero Guild, let me guess. They fail to appreciate his talents and ultimately kick him out of the curb. Kick him to the curb. Claiming his outlived... Oh my gosh, I can't freaking read. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Okay. Claiming he's outlived his usefulness to them. Okay, I think we kind of get the idea here. Now bereft. Who gives a shit? Of money and out of options, Xanos decides to put his self-taught skills to use elsewhere and opens an underground clinic. Word quickly spreads about the Brilliant Healer working incredible magic in the city's shadowy underbelly. Okay, even the royal palace is taking notice. That's nice. Can Xanos buck the odds and curve out a life for himself in a world that's spite in his... Should I just stop? Should I just stop? Holy shit. The world that's spit in his face. And can save lives of the patients. And yeah, can he save the... Yeah, sure. Can he save their lives? That's nice. Okay, we're gonna stop reading. Let's stop that. Yeah. All right. Let's get into this. Did they animate this or?
それにしても本当にこいつは何の役にも立たないお荷物だな。もういらないんだ。
Oh my goodness.
いくらか治療院らしい雰囲気になったな。
We kicked him out of the party.
闇営業を
Could have seen that coming.
堂々とやるわ
How
けにはいかないだ
original.
ろう。
先生の治療はいつも
Where are you putting that knife, buddy?
いつも惚れ惚れするね。
こんなすごいヒーラーがいるとはな。
ライセンスもないしがない闇ヒーラーだぞ。
私は完璧なこの
They have guns? Okay.
であり、市民のヒーローでなくてはならない。
貴様はどうせ近いうちに厄介ごとに巻き込まれる。
I like her.
なんだよこれ。まさかあいつが実力者だったなんてそんなことがあってたまるか。
Oh my goodness.
信じられん。
They regret
一体
throwing him out. How could that ever happen?
前線は我らに任せろ。
金持ちの人のおかげ。
治癒士は最前線に立つな。仲間へのサポートがおろそかに。
That's right. The healer. The healer is going offense. Because that makes sense. We got this.
民衆には完璧な
In a post redo of healer world, you know, healers can no longer heal. They can do healing is just one of the many skills. Healing magic means you can do anything the author wants him to. Incredible, isn't it? I love logic.
ヒーローは必要なのだ。私はまがいものなんかじゃない。
何かのために戦っているやつってのは嫌でも傷を負うもんだ。だから俺みたいな治癒士がいる。
本当はただ自分の目の前で人が傷ついて
Cute characters.
嫌なだけなんだと思う。
Not memorable designs, but, you know, animation looks good. Pretty good, at least. Not great, but pretty good. Cool. That was interesting. She looks funny. I like her design. You don't often get green or like turquoise. It's not rated very high. So that's a little worrisome. If I see like a few more clips on Twitter about it, I'll watch it. But otherwise, probably a pass. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like, I see isekai. I see, yeah, like fantasy that looks like an isekai. I clock out. Like I freaking tap out of that shit so fast. Like, holy crap. I don't know what it is, but I am so sick of the genre that it's very, very hard to get me to watch one of those and appreciate it. So, not that there aren't any good ones. I'm just, yeah. All right, so this, I can guarantee this one already. This trailer is gonna get banned. It's gonna get. You won't be able to watch it if you're in Russia for absolutely no reason. I don't know why, but for some reason this whole section is gonna be blocked in Russia. It's always blocked in Russia. So, Russians, why the frick are you blocking this anime? This anime is freaking fire. And how is this a 7.68? I get that there's CGI in here, but like, this is freaking good. How is this rated that low? Not that My Animalist's, rating is to be really taken seriously, but like, holy shit. Anyways.
So
Y'all freaking know what this is. Y'all freaking know this. Go Loser Ranger. If you haven't seen the first season, what the frick are you doing? What the frick are you doing? Go watch the first season. Get out of here.
グラマ響き裏怪人討伐専門グリーン部隊配属決定おめここからが本当の大戦隊だマジで世界変えちゃう5秒前
ペルトローラだけじゃない幹部たちはこの町の暗部
Oh, this is getting copyright struck. Hell yeah.
どうしました失踪事件さ俺じゃないって
この男は千鳥情報屋だ
幹部が起こしたとされる神隠しを追っていくと彼らが浮かび上がってくるんだよね
この人たちは
左からペロンパン右からはセロン揺らいでいるオピニオン試してみるか
ああ
翡翠さん先生を刺すなんて校則違反だ
これは一体
やあみんなおはよう
まさか
時間が巻き戻っているレッドキーパーに伝えろ緊急
Fire ass soundtrack. Let's go.
まさに奴の術中
幹部マガティア
私はまた誰かを失ってしまうのか
止めてみせろ大戦隊
こんな気持ち悪いとこさっさと終わらせてやるやグリーンキーパーさっさと出てきやがれ俺はいつでもお前を狙える位置にいる
Frick yeah, this show is absolutely fire. Holy crap. If you want a show about okay, so let me explain. I am so into this shit of having a main character that's not powerful take down people who are way freaking powerful than he is. And this is that story where freaking we have imposter shit. Who the frick is a monster? Who isn't a monster? Main character's a monster infiltrating humanity, trying to kill the Red Rangers with like just the Rangers, who are bad. In most universes, obviously they're good, but in this case they're bad. We have Red Ranger, who's pretty much just he's literally just Homelander, and I find it really, really cool I mean, it was kind of predictable having the elite monsters in his guild, or like in his alien race, just piss off, and then now he's having to kill them as well. But holy crap, this story checks a lot of the boxes that I have for a really cool story, and it has a lot of potential. It's lived up to that potential through the first season. There's some, CGI every now and then that I wish was actually animated, but other than that, this shit, like this hasn't disappointed me yet. This has been really good. And yeah, no, you solid freaking show. I will definitely be watching this season. Already started the first episode. Kicks off right where the last season ended. Definitely worth your time. All right, let's go. Let me turn this music down. It's a bit loud. Okay, let's see. Oh dear. Oh my, oh dear. So if you didn't know, this is the Shinji Family Children is an incest rom-com written by the same author as Rent a Girlfriend. What a killer combination there, don't you think? Fire shit, by the way. I have not seen the first episode to this. I will be reviewing this depending on how outrageous it is. But anyone watching from Alabama, welcome. Hope you feel at home. Let's go. All right, let's start this shit. Hold on, well, I should actually read the synopsis. Here we go, boys. Dear. Okay, love between brother and sister. The love between man and woman. Don't give me that. That which is most forbidden is most unyielding, okay? The two sons and $5 of the Shinji family shine like brilliant gems, each with intelligence and beauty in equal measure. And with the pedigree of their wealthy father behind them, how could they not be the talk of the town? Oh dear. Eldest son of Arita has spent his life being tossed around by the whims of his colorful sisters. Yet a little teasing won't stop him from valuing his family over anything and everyone else. Yeah, that's nice. A little bit more than valuing there, but okay. But when his youngest sister turns 15, their father reveals a long-hidden secret of the Shinji family siblings. And frickin' knocks Arita's world off his axis. Yeah. You're not blood related. Insane. Absolutely crazy. My mind is blown. My world is rocked. Okay, frick. I actually have to watch the trailer. This frick. Oh my gosh, this is so stupid. Okay. Well, I'm watching this for the meme, okay? I'll be watching this and reviewing this for the meme because it needs to be done. But if I hear anyone glazing this show, I'm gonna... If anyone tries to tell you that a show like this is any more than a meme and a guilty pleasure, yeah, why are you friends with them? Why are you listening to them? Anyways, they're baiting you, but there you go. Let's go. What a journey this will be. Wow. Can't wait for, like... Can't wait for, like, 12 weeks of this. Best girl right there, by the way. Hey, listen, guys. Like, I love to say this to my siblings, but it's not hot if it's your sister, but it's hot if it's his sister. There's a difference. Okay. That's how you know. That's how you know. Okay, there's a line to be drawn, and that's where you draw it. Okay. Nope.
ごめんなさい。
弟の特権でしょ。
Nope.
感謝してもらわなきゃ。
お兄ちゃんの
Nope.
力加減が一番好き。
そうは言っても兄弟。何も変わらねえよな。
Okay, so there's literally just the one sister that I like. And okay, never mind. My tastes are coming through a little bit too hard there. Okay, I'll shut up.
何も。
単刀直入に言おう。君たちは
I'm sorry, there's only one choice. There's actually only one choice, unless he's an option. If he's an option, then we have two choices. But yeah, I'm sorry. No. Yeah, no.
本当の兄弟ではない。
兄弟同士での結婚とかかな。
That was fast. I love how they're just like siblings as everything's normal, and then just one day their dad's like, by the way, you aren't related, and they're all like, oh. Okay, sorry. That was weird. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry you had to go through that.
呼べる相手はいるのか。場所や言葉じゃなくて、そして誰にされるかだよね。
ねえねえ、デートしよっか。
それは弟でもいいのか。
俺はみんなを守りたい。誰が何と言おうと一人残らず幸せにしてみせる。
だって兄弟じゃないならお付き合いも恋人にもなれるでしょ。だからみんなもライバル。
Sure. Cool. Well, there you go. There you go. Something special there, ain't it? Something real cool. Let's turn that down a little bit. Well, that's exciting. Black Butler. I don't know. This is an 8.14. Wow. Definitely has a fan base. Well, Black Butler, you've heard of it. We all know about it. I don't know how yaoi is not in the genres. So that's cool. Let's give it a read. By the Queen's orders, Sebastian, good old Sebastian, and Seal head to Germany to investigate the mysterious deaths that have been occurring. As the two investigate the truth behind the werewolf forest, where anyone who steps foot inside is cursed to death. A terrible curse falls upon them. Wow. Probably not the curse of death, because the series would have ended. But let's get into it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that was way too much work. Why did I do that? All right, let me put my face back down. Nice. Alrighty.
ドイツ
Ooh, that was a nice movement of the cup. What animation studio is this?
ですか。
ドイツで起こった不可解な死亡事件。それを調査せよ。
He looks like the dude from maybe I should say the dude from Windbreaker. I forgot what his name is. He looks like this.
不可解な死亡事件。それを調査せよ。と、女王からのお達しだ。
伝染病が流行している様子はない。なら死因は何だと尋ねたら、
Sorry,
全員
turn
が
up the
こ
volume.
う言った。魔女の呪いだと。
ここがベアボンフの森。
不気味だよ。クラッペ。いや、ツータレだ。
この村、女しかいない。何百年前の服だ、それは。
ゼンツィ、デアランスヘアサリバン。
ゲラン。僕はジー
Of course, it's that voice actor. Of course it's her voice actor. You want to know why I knew it was going to be that voice actor? Because I watched Vanitas, and this is the exact same vibes, same setup, same idea, same sort of yaoi setting. And they show up, and the lolly, who owns who's whatever in the mansion, has the same. I predicted that. I saw that coming from 10 miles away. I'm sorry. I'm not new to this shit.
グリンデ・サリバン。この森の領主だ。
この村はもはや人狼に守られているのではなく囚われている。
人狼だってやたらと人を傷つけたいわけじゃねえんだ。なぜそれがわからない。
サリバン様、お助けください。どういうことだ。まさか本当に森には人狼が。
忘れるな緑の魔女よ。人狼様への感謝と衣服を忘れてはならぬ。
人狼を見た者は呪われる。まさか。
バス。
この森は何かがおかしい。
お前たち悪魔崇拝者だな。
お嬢から聞いた話は忘れろ。
お前らの考えなど全てお見通しだ。僕は魔女だぞ。
この名前をくれた時からそう決めてるんです。僕が絶対に坊ちゃ
I
んを
haven't heard Armin's voice in a really freaking long time, so that's interesting.
守ってみせます。
私はあなた様のどんな命にも従います。どうか坊ちゃんをお救いください。
ならばセバスチャン、お前は僕の執事になれ。
Become my servant was the last line, I think. Lol. Lollers. Lamau. Okay, we all know that's happening because he likes men. I'm sorry, he likes men. He's not gonna become your servant because he likes men, and that is canon. So no. Sorry to disappoint, but no. Yeah, you don't get him. There you go. So I'm personally not a great fan of the series. It's freaking old. Never watched it, to be honest, so I can't really say anything. But don't really have the inclination to get into it now. Not a huge fan of the fan base either. And yeah, there you go. But fans out there, if you I know you exist. I know you exist. Feel free to jump into this. It's rated pretty highly, so give it a good go. I'm sure this season is just terrific. I'm sure it's just wonderful. If you haven't read the manga, since this anime's been coming out for far too long. If you have not already caught up, and even if you have, I'm sure this will be a beautiful experience. A dream come true. Cloverworks, that's why it looks nice. Of course, that's why it looks nice. Okay. Let me turn this down. Cool. All right, let's move on. Alrighty, the unaware Atelier Meister. What does Atelier mean, by the way? I should really know that because it was like 2 seasons ago was the first time I'd ever seen the word, which is probably not a good thing. Not the greatest of signs, but just not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna freaking. Anyways, we can read though. We can read. We can almost read. We can almost do it. All right, let's see. Can we get through this? All right. One day, Kurt, a kind-hearted boy, is suddenly kicked out of the hero's party for being used. Okay, I'm back. I'm fine. Let me take a good old sip of this. Okay. I wonder if I'm going to be watching this. He finds that his aptitude for weapons, magic, and all other combat-related skills is the lowest rank. it just keeps getting worse, huh? They couldn't just stick to the single cliche, right? They had to go all out every single time, huh? So he takes odd jobs repairing the castle walls and digging for minerals, where his exceptional abilities are immediately revealed. He proves to be skillful in cooking, building, mining, crafting magical tools. So he's good at literally everything else but magic. Okay. In fact, his aptitude for every skill unrelated to combat has SSS ranking. But let me guess. Somehow he's able to make all those unrelated things more effective in battle than stuff specifically made for battle. I'm just gonna throw that out there, but unless it's a cooking show. What is this? Action? Nope, that's not. Nope. I do not stand corrected. Kurt, however, seems completely unaware to his talent and ends up saving people. The town and even the country through his unaware actions. Aw, isn't that funny? Hee hee. Hee hee. He did it by mistake. Haha. Oh, hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. All right, let's get through this dumpster fire. Okay.
察しが悪いね。お前はクビだ。
僕何か悪いことしましたか？
何もしなさすぎなんだよ。スライムも倒せねえ雑用が。
Why is the hero the same and every single one? I mean, the main character is the same. So what am I? Yeah, never mind. There's not even an argument to be made here.
何もかもが終わりです。
リーダー、任せとき。
もう私たち3人で運ぶしかないでしょ。
全員死ぬことになるんだぞ。
だからって戦闘はすごく苦手なんですけど、荷物持ちなら。はあ？
冒険者舐めてるの？
戦闘なら俺たちに任せとけばいいんだ。拙者の刀に誓ってお守りいたす。
仲間だって認めてもらえたのに、僕は何もできない。
Oh no.
さて、今日からここが拠点となる工房だ。
空き地でござるが。
リーゼ？
リーゼロッテ様には早急に死んでいただかなくては。
僕では大切な人を守れない。
おい、まだ死ぬなよ。
毎度何かが起こりそうな気が。
一緒に帰る仲間がいて、帰る場所がある。よし、迷惑かけないようにしっかり働くぞ。
来ると一人で工房を作ることはできるかい？
すみません、さすがに工房を今日中にはちょっと。
だよな。
3日あればできると思います。
3日？
いやいや、そもそも一人でなんて。
Oh, oops. What did I just click on? Okay. Whoopsies. I see. Like, no. Yeah. No singular reason to give this show a shot. Animation's mid. Story's cliche, been redone a million times. Looks exactly the same. Same voice actors. Uninteresting designs. Color palette is like for a 5-year-old. Not too bright, but yeah. Just enough to be kidsy, but boring at the same time. If you're at least gonna make it like colorful, make it look like a casino, all right? I want my eyes to be like freaking burning. All right, if you don't mind. yeah, looks like shit. There's no other good way of putting that. We're just gonna move on. I'm the evil lord of Intergalactic Empire. I've heard about this, and I have not heard great things. A 6.6. Sounds like fire show to me. Okay. I should read the synopsis. In his life, Liam lived as a moral, responsible person, but died deep in debt and betrayed by his wife. That got dark fast. Reborn into the ruling family of a vast interstellar empire, Liam knows that life is divided between the downtrodden and the ones who do the stomping. Okay, fair enough. So this time he's going to take what he wants and live for himself. But somehow things refuse to work out that way. Despite doing his best to become a tyrant, Liam's decisions lead to nothing but peace and prosperity for the empire under his rule. And he just gets more and more popular. See, I can read. You just had to give me a chance. I can read. I'm good. Let's give this a shot. We're good. Come on. Maybe this will be fire. Maybe this could be really funny. This could be absolutely hilarious.
我がバンフィールド家には莫大な借金があるのです。
借金？そう、悪徳領主になるのはこんなにも難しいのか。
旦那様、今現在の領地の再建の方が重要かと。ミヤス、戦艦を買ってほしいの。
いらん。
早っ。申し訳ありません、リアム様。プラチナ雑魚どもは全てこのクリスティアーナが退治いたします。
もっとだ。もっと俺を楽しませろ。俺は悪徳領主として人生を謳歌している。
Nice little song we got there.
お見事です、旦那様。なんで叫ぶんですか？
お待ちかねのショーだ。
私をどうするつもりだ？
これもみんな俺を転生させてくれた案内人のおかげだ。ありがとう。さあ、お楽しみの時間だ。この悪徳領主リアム様にひれ伏せ。
That's really, really hard to know. This could be hilarious. This could legitimately be hilarious. But I have no way to know. And I also don't know if I care. I don't know. I might just wait to see if people talk about it on Twitter, and if they don't, then I probably don't care. If I'm to be honest, it's not rated. Not rated great. So probably not, if I'm to be honest. Your Forma, that's not rated super high. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll give it a shot. Probably give it a shot. Okay. Euroforma. In an alternate 2023, the Euroforma, miraculous smart thread technology initially developed to treat a massive outbreak of viral encephalitis. I can read. It's fine. Has become an integral part of daily life. But these convenient devices come with an invasion drawback. They record every sight, sound, and even emotion their users experience. For electronic investigator Echika Hieda, I think, diving into people's memories via the Euroforma and hunting for evidence to solve the toughest crimes is all part of a day's work. This actually kind of sounds a little bit interesting. New premise for once. I mean, it's not crazy new, but it's different. I mean, it's edging on being original. The problem is she's so good at what she does and her assistants literally fry their brains trying to keep up with her. After putting one too many aides in the hospital, damn, the top brass finally furnish Echika, I think. Yeah, Echika with a partner on her level, a brilliant yet cheeky android named Harold Lucroft. Does this unlikely duo have what it takes to resolve their mutual suspicions and avert a deadly technological infection from sweeping across the globe before it's too late? What are the genres? Mystery, sci-fi. What's the manga rated? Doesn't have a rating. That's cool. That's neat. Okay, let's give this thing a shot. I'll give you my thoughts. I do have some thoughts. I certainly do. But let's give this a shot, shall we?
私は従順なアミクスです。人間に危害を加えることはできません。
彼がいなければ私は電作を行えません。
私にとってあなたは初めての友人ですから。
知らず知らずのうちに人間と同じ価値観を求めてしまって。
This is getting a copyright strike for sure.
あなたの望む対等になれますか。
お前らには心なんてない。主人がバラバラにされたって何も感じないだろ。
Damn, okay.
俺はお前のことを弟のように思っているよ。
家族ですか。
家族よ。
次世代型の感情エンジンは豊かだそうだが、ここまでなのは勘弁だな。相変わらず何を考えているかわからない。
君はあれの本性を知っているんだよね。私は君の気持ちとかそういうものが傷つくんじゃないかと心配で。
私は必ずお前を見つける。
私が失いたくないのは。
黙ってくれ。
全てを終わらせよう。ルークラフト補助官。
あなたが私を変えたのですよ。
So this looks like it has potential. You know, this looks good from the outside. The rating scares me a bit, but I'm gonna give this. Here's the thing. I'm always really, really scared of detective mystery animes because they have notoriously been always bad, which is, you know, just lovely. So I think, yeah, so I go into these not expecting super great stuff. And the other thing that scares me is stuff to do with AI. I just hate like I feel like we've done this so many times of being like, oh, but AIs are human. That, you know, everyone else thinks they don't have feelings, but you know they have feelings too. You saw the, you know, section in there where he's like, you know, you hear him say Okazuku, and you're like, and they're like taking a photo or whatever, and you're like, I don't want to go through the same arc. It's like they really want, like everyone really, really wants me to be like, oh, you know, did you know that AIs can be human too? And I'm like, I don't care. Just leave me alone, please. It's like, Autry was good. Autry did it. It had an android, and they didn't talk about, are you human? Are you this? Are you that? It was just a romance, and she was a, you know, there was an interesting story alongside of it, and it was, you know, it's just a freaking android, like a different race. But when you start like turning this into, like, you know, a dragon race or something like that, you know, but when you start going into this whole like, oh, do AIs have feelings? Do this or that? AI should have rights and stuff, and you're like, just, I don't care. I don't care. But I will say that if you tell me that, you know, there's a character that's an AI, I will immediately have less attachment or less, like, connection to that character already. And I think that's just built in. to my brain, if I'm to be honest. But yeah, that's currently where I stand with that. This looks promising. Hopefully they don't shove that shit down my throat. But yeah, that looks interesting. It honestly could be good. The rating's not terrific, but I think I'll give it out of curiosity. I might not. I won't probably talk about this in my video unless it's really bad or really good. But I think privately I'll watch it. I'll give it 2 or 3 episodes and see if it's how good it is. But yeah, there you go. Let's turn that down. All right, what we got next? Summer Pockets. Frick yeah, let's go. Frick yeah. All right. Key Studio. Absolutely a fan of this. Anything that they make. Been waiting for this for a long time. Super excited. Watched the first episode. Nothing really stood out. It wasn't incredible, but this is 24 episodes. I want to let them cook. I'm gonna give them some time. It's not written by Jun Maeda, so I'm a little on the edge to see where these new writers will take us. But it is key. Jun Maeda oversaw it, so hopefully it goes up to a certain amount of my expectations. But yeah, let's read the synopsis. Summer Pockets is set on an isolated, rural, and peaceful island on the Seto Inland Sea called, oh my gosh, no, I'm not doing that, which has a population of about 2,000 people. The protagonist, is that just Harry? Or is that Harry? Takahara grew up in an urban setting, but after an unpleasant incident, he uses the recent death of his grandmother as an excuse to come to the island to take care of her estate sale. Once there, he gets to know 4 girls who are the focus of the story. Shiraha, I'm just gonna say Shira, who forgot her summer vacation. Ao, who is pursuing the legends of the island. Kamome, a high school girl looking for a pirate ship. And Tsumugi, a younger girl trying to find herself. Well, that was vague. But yeah, I'm personally super excited for this show. I really want to freaking cry again. And I really hope this manages to pull off some of the same feelings and emotions that we got from similar Keyworks. But yeah, let's go through the trailer. I'm a little sad because Studio Feel doesn't have incredible animation. The opening looks really nice, but after watching the first episode, it's a little janky. It's like a little bit better than teen romantic comedy animation, which nowadays isn't incredible. It's not exactly top notch, but the highest in the industry. But anyways, all right, enough talking. Let me get into this.
ずっと昔、永遠みたいな夏を駆け回っていた。いつの間にか忘れてしまっていた風景。でも確かに覚えている風景。
雨の音が行こう、一緒に探そうよ。ここに記されたヒントを解き明かすのだ。私もずっと探してます。私のやりたいこと、自分がここにいる意味も。この島には不思議な蝶々の昔話があるって。
Welcome to 鳥城島アイランド。どうも。もしかして来てくれたのか？
歓迎してないし、私には構わないで。いいことなんて何もないから。
この島に来てから小さい時のことを思い出すんだ。なんでかな、ちょっとだけワクワクする。
きっと島があなたに合ってるのかもしれない。
だったらいいな。
今
やっと全部を思い出したの。も すぐ帰らなくちゃならないんです。私にはどうしても探さなきゃいけない記憶があるの。
待ってくれ。
誰かを巻き込むのは嫌。なのにどうして近づくの？
夏休みの過ごし方見つけられる、そんな気がするんだ。
また夏が終わるんだ。
Well, there you go. Now this is just a rumor I've heard. Not actually a rumor. I read it somewhere. I don't know where I read it, but apparently they're doing like all the routes separately. So they're like doing, I'm guessing, the first like 12 episodes of the story before it like branches to different routes, and then they'll do probably like 4 episodes for each girl or something like that. I read that somewhere. I think we'll have to see. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna recommend this yet. I would love to recommend it because it's you know, for the potential, because it's just Key and I trust Key. But the problem is I did watch the first episode. There's nothing really, not a lot happened. There's not a lot of dialogue. It was very hard to pick apart to know if it's good yet. So I will definitely hold back any like recommendations or stuff like that. There was some things. I did have some problems with it, and I do have to say that I forgot what I was gonna say. There's some cliche things. Oh, I did want to say, I'm personally looking forward to it. Just pretending, you know, I didn't know it's not Key or anything like that. I don't have high expectations for it. It is kind of a vibe. It's really chill, super laid back. It's just, you know, summer. It feels like a vacation, you know. And it's I like it for that reason, but I definitely can't say it's good yet. So it's crazy that it's already rated that highly. There was some funny interactions, but it wasn't anything crazy. But yeah, there you go. Let's turn this shit down. Holy crap, that's probably freaking loud. So I'm just messing with the audio all the time. I have no idea how well the audio is going to turn out for this video. It's probably going to be the most janky, contorted mess. But yeah, here we go. Let's go to the next. How many more of this shit do we have? Oh, we're good. We should, yeah, we'll probably stop. Nope. Probably stop here. So. Holy crap. Okay, I might start skipping shit, if I'm to be honest. I'm gonna start skipping random crap that I don't wanna. I'm definitely not gonna watch. Okay, so Rock is a Lady's Modesty. Yeah, I'm probably gonna skip that. Shit. Now I have to choose what to watch just from looking at it. It's fine. You know what? Let's just go through this. Well, we're good. All right, let's go. Ooh, that's rated pretty highly. Damn. Okay. I ran out of monster. Frick. Oh, all right. Rock is a lady's modesty. Damn. Damn, that's deep. That's pretty deep. I'm not gonna read the synopsis. You know what? I think the trailer. I've seen this trailer before, and yeah, it's something special. Hello, Tumaini. Tumaini, am I pronouncing your name right? Sorry if I missed your message. I should have it up here. Let me see. Chat. I should have chat up here, so it should be fine. Should show up, but I'm not entirely sure. yeah, how are you? You doing good? Yeah, we're just going through the spring shows, and yeah, we got through a fair bit. There's some really good shows this season, but we're definitely getting further down the list, and it's definitely showing. So we've gotten past obviously Summer Pockets, and that's kind of where I would generally stop. Now we have a lot of shows to cover, and I'm just trying to figure out how I should do this because this could take a while. Because we have 1, 2, 3. There's a few of these I would skip, but 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Damn. Shit, that's a lot. Let's see. It's actually Zane. But it's fine. What's Zane? Sorry. What? Sorry. I'm confused. All right. Zane. I'm confused. Sorry, I'm completely out of context here. But oh, your usual nickname. Okay, well, okay, I'll try and remember that then. Let me screenshot that. There, I'll save that for later. Now I'll remember next time. But yeah, okay, I'm just trying to figure out how exactly to get through this because I have a lot of shit to a lot of trailers to get through, and I'm gonna be, let me see, because I'm already watching 1, 2, probably for the memes, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10, maybe 11, 12, maybe 13. So 13 so far. That's actually not horrible. I thought it was way worse than that. I thought it was already going to be like 20 shows by now. Oh, and then I'm watching To Be Hero X. I'm watching Super Cube. A couple of Chinese animes, which is why they're not showing up here. So that's like 14. Oh, and then I'm already watching Apothecary Diaries, so that's a few more. So yeah, a fair amount of stuff there. That I have to go through. I'm just trying to. I definitely have to, limit it because I know the other seasons I watched like 25 to 30 shows, and that was a little tough. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little tough. I was a little. I want to say burned out, but a teeny bit. So I'm trying to keep it a little bit smaller this time around, but we'll see. Let me keep this here. I can actually see the comments. Okay. But yeah, no. How are you? You doing? How's your week been? Now that it's over and Monday is almost here. Oh dear, frickin' Monday. But yeah, I have a lot of next video should be, I've done the script for it. I just have to do all the recording within the next week. I have to do all the recording, all the editing. Hopefully I can get that done. I'm not entirely sure if I will be, but I'll try and get it done before like Easter. And so that I'm gonna be, staying up super late. You doing good? Nice. Yeah, no, I've just been drinking Monster to keep myself going right now. I was pretty busy today. But yeah, I'm just trying to get this through because I promised last week I was gonna get through this. And then I got sick last weekend, and so I didn't stream. So now I'm trying to get this all done because I know when like the Easter weekend, frick, that's so busy. and then I'm just like going to see my family the next week. So there's a lot of, you know, a lot of tough stuff I have to get done before then. I'm a little stressed I'm not gonna get this video out in time, but hopefully I will. But yeah, this is just for my, like, you know, spring tier list video that I will be getting out in a couple of months when it's coming to an end. But yeah, I'll try and keep that to one video because it seems 2 videos is a bit much. But yeah, I'm excited for the next video I have coming out. It's about a show that, like, no one's I've never seen anyone talk about. It's like 2016 or something. But it's been one of my favorite animes, like, of all time. It's like a 12-episode show, and I really freaking love it. So I'm excited to share that one. Now, maybe there's a reason nobody talks about it. But yeah, so I'm super excited for the next video. Hopefully that's a really good one. And I've also started posting shorts, so hopefully more recommendations from, like, because I have a lot of manga that I've been reading. And I'm picking up all the time, so I'm now trying to share that in shorts and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll get this channel full of content all the time. And then I'll have probably a few videos while I'm on break, so I can just post those while I'm out. But yeah, anyways, okay, I should get back to this. I should really get back to this. I have a lot of stuff to do, a lot of trailers to get through. But yeah, I have a question. What are you, or have you picked what you're watching this season? Have you, is there, like, a favorite show that you've started specifically? What the frick? Why did my model stick my tongue out? I thought I removed that. The beginning after the end? Have you heard the rebranding, the beginning after the fall? Sorry, not beginning after the fall. The beginning after the slideshow. Fire ass show, by the way. Absolutely loving it. I'm gonna be honest. I started the source material, like the manhwa. It's Korean, right? I'm pretty sure it's Korean. I started the manhwa like 2 years ago or something. And I'm gonna be honest. I started. I was like, this looks like Mushoku Tensei. And I stopped like after like 2 chapters or something. So I didn't give it a fair chance. But I was definitely gonna try and, like, also I heard, like, it was in my list for a while. I didn't drop it completely. I just didn't get to it. And then I heard there was anime adaptation. So I was like, why the frick would I read the source material if there's an adaptation? Hold on. Let me actually, okay, there's something funny, that I did want to, let me see if I can find it on Twitter. I found it in my bookmarks, but there's currently a freaking, let me save this. Let me see if I can open it up on a tab. Because there's some funny shit about that. I've seen a lot of the memes going around about this, but yeah. Okay, here we go. There we go. So yeah, there's I mean, you could read it, but demand the cancellation of and redo of the beginning after the end anime adaptation. Now this is 12,000 signatures, but this was like at noon, and since then it's gotten like 21,000 more signatures, which is you signed that, okay? Based, you know, like obviously it's not gonna do anything, but it's it's tough. It's tough. Like I really, you know, I'm not into the series, but man, do I feel you guys. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry I had to go through with this. We mourn your loss. And I was honestly really looking forward to it being, you know, I was like, people were like, oh, it's as good as Mushoku Tensei or better than Mushoku Tensei, and I'm gonna be honest, I think Mushoku Tensei is good. I don't like it. In terms of enjoyment, I don't personally like Mushoku Tensei, but I think it's really good, objectively. But yeah, so I was honestly excited for a show that was people were saying were better or just as good, but with a Korean sort of take on it. So yeah, but yeah, no, it sucks that it had to happen. Like, the author had to freaking choose that studio. Like, I don't know how you don't do your research on that. Yeah, the author, yeah, ACAT. So I'm beyond me. Like, I feel like, you know, as the author, you would look this shit up and see what kind of stuff that they've done. But here we are. Yeah, it was his decision, and you know, I feel like I was not, since I didn't get into the series, I was kind of spared, you know? I feel like I dodged a bullet there. So anyways, that sucks. But yeah, is there anything else you're watching currently that you're enjoying, other than that like, are you watching anything that's animated, you know? It's not just a slideshow. Ugh. I guess he wants cheap promotion. I mean, he's you know, I guess more people are hearing about the series, but I feel like anyone who watches the show for like 5 seconds or like 1 episode, 2 episodes, is not going to go read the source material. So I feel like whatever reasoning he used was incredibly flawed. So, oh well, you know, we can't have everything, I guess. It's annoying, but we can't have everything. I think, I'm gonna be honest, even with a crazy, like a really good anime adaptation like Soul Leveling, I freaking hated the second season of Soul Leveling. I love the manhwa. I enjoyed the manhwa. I read the manhwa like a couple years ago. Freaking loved it. I had a lot of fun. Watched the first season, was kind of eh. I thought it was eh. Second season, really cool, but I felt a lot of decisions that they took to a lot of cut content that wasn't like important in terms of the plot, but they took out a lot of, it felt like a lot of the main character's character out of it, and I don't know, he felt very different, and I didn't like the way he was kind of portrayed in the anime. So yeah, that's I feel like, you know, manhwa is kind of just better as manhwa, you know. I feel like anime adaptations just kind of, I mean, we haven't gotten very few of them, but they've both kind of, for me at least, missed the mark. So Kowloon generic romance is very intriguing. Ironically, there is not there is not generic elements. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of whenever I see that in the word generic or stuff like that, I'm honestly, it piques my interest, because, you know, it seems that the author is probably going to subvert expectations, for the most part. But I mean, I watched the trailer and I was a little, oh yeah. Okay, let me just finish. I'll quickly finish my thought on that. I think that yeah, so it looks cool. I mean, it looks interesting. I'm I'm very kind of hesitant with adult romances. I know people are sick of the high school setting. I'm personally not sick of it. But I find it for a lot of adult romances are very boring, uninteresting because of their setting. You know, they're stuck in a workplace. I said it in my last video. You know, when you put it in an office work setting, which is very often the case, it feels like freaking hospital. Like it's about as interesting as, like, you know, casting something in a hospital, except that would be more interesting because of the setting, because of what a hospital is. But like it just has that kind of like that vibe, those walls, like the atmosphere, and I find that it's just so much less eventfulness or potential that than a lot of high school things. And I feel like, I don't know, it just doesn't, it's very hard to get a good one. So this one I actually saw for how's it, Kowloon Generic Romance, that actually looks interesting. It's not very often that you see a adult romance that has actually piqued my interest that much. Like, it actually looks good. There's definitely more to it, and I think the voice actors are good. I like the art style. But yeah, no, I'll definitely check it out. All right, what was your second comment? I watch Annie News videos of Soul Leveling cut content, so it helps a lot. That's good. I actually haven't watched his videos in a while. I guess because I've been doing all the research myself now. Like, I do a lot of it myself, so that's generally why. But yeah, no, I read the source material for Soul Leveling, and the main character has so much more character in the source material, and he's so much more expressive. He comes off as a bit more of a dick, but I personally like that because he had more depth to him, I think. Again, he was just how it's drawn, right? He had a lot of expression in his face all the time. Whether it's in the anime, he just came off as just kind of like an aura farmer, and there wasn't much else to him, in my opinion. At least it fell short of, I felt, the source material. So that's personal thing. But yeah. See, I have to watch the first episode of that. I've watched like first episode of like six or 8 shows already, so I'll have to. But I've sort of been trying to hold off on a lot of shows, just so I could actually, you know, stream this, get through all the trailers, go into this as blind as possible. But yeah, all right, let's go straight into this. All right, let's watch the trailer. Unfortunately, a lot of these trailers don't have like, they're all Japanese trailers, which kind of sucks. I mean, I mostly understand them. Probably like 40% of it. But I don't, I mean, I'm not I have to figure out where to find the trailers with English subtitles, but at least in a convenient way. But here we go. Let me turn up the sound there.
一流のレディだけが在籍を許される男子禁制の超お嬢様学校。ごめん遊ばせ。なんだこの
I smell Yuri.
息が止まるほどの美少女お嬢様は。それが生涯のパートナー黒金乙葉との出会いだった。ところであなたギター弾かれますよね。お嬢様がやるようなことじゃない。お嬢様関係ないですよね。ふざけんな。私がこれまでどれだけ自分を捨ててきたと思ってるんだよ。ねえな。てめえのギターゴミだな。てめえのドラムはかっこつけんなくするギター。うるせえんだよゴリラドラム。それで全力かよこの不燃ゴミが。好き以外にやる理由があるなら教えてください。このロックバンドの中で僕は変わるんだ。僕なんかダメダメで何もないやつなんだ。英語主義の豚どもが尻尾巻いて逃げるなら今のうちだぞ。下手くそ。
I'm liking the character designs.
これなしじゃ生きられない。
私たちバンド組まない？
Ooh, fire song here. All right, I'm gonna say this. Fully female cast is not my genre. Like right off the bat. You have to have, it has to be a really freaking good show. Or a really popular show for me to kind of give it a shot, just because it's just not my genre, right? So but that aside, it's rated an 8, so take that, it's a mal rating, so take that as you will. But the character designs are interesting. It looks like their interactions are going to be interesting. The music's going to be good, so that's already great. So I might let a few of my friends watch it who are into this, and if it's good enough, it depends also, you know, if it goes on Twitter, a lot of people really like it. I'll see what people say there. There's a few places where I'll try and, you know, spoon information from it. I'll probably skip this. Not because this looks good, but it's not my genre. So that's probably what I'll be doing. I'm already watching a lot of stuff, so that's personally where I'm coming from. We will be probably skipping, what is this? Fantasy romance. 12 episodes, 23 minutes. Okay. Let's see. All right. Me neither. I always look for balance between male and female. Yeah. I'm not a fan of harem either. Okay. I am not a fan of that either. But it is. I do have to have like male characters, unless it's a really freaking good show. Like I was able to watch Bocchi the Rock, but you know, obviously there are exceptions. But it has to be a really, really good show for me to sort of be able to get into it or be able to enjoy it the same way. Okay, so The Two Perfect Saint, Tossed Aside by My Fiance and Sold to Another Kingdom. Well, that sounds generic. All right, let's see what we got. 7.3. Philia hails from a family renowned for producing generations of saints, and she is no exception. Are we talking like saints as in like Reinhardt? Because that's kind of like the sword saint type thing. I'm assuming that's what we're talking about. In fact, she is known as the most powerful saint of all time. So extraordinarily gifted that many people find her insufferable. I don't really know. I'm assuming just envy, but that doesn't, you know, okay, whatever. Sure. When even her fiance decides he can't stand her, he suddenly calls off their engagement. He's so eager to never see her again that he sells her off to a neighboring country in dire need of a saint of their own. Now Philia readies herself to face the unknown, fully expecting more miserable treatment. After all, she'd be a fool to expect anyone to welcome her with open arms, right? Okay, is this romance? It is romance. Okay, so I was about to say no. I was not going to watch this, but hey, if this is romance, it depends, because shoujo is also not my genre. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, there have been exceptions. The synopsis was not making a very good argument for this being unique, but you never know. You never know. Maybe it's this artist's touch that will change my mind.
本当に捨てられてしまったんだ。
ようこそ。
Good sexy prince.
殿下、姉は本当に自分の意志でパルナコルタ行きを決めたのですか？このグレイス、一番弟子としての責務を果たしてみせますわ。私たちはフィリア様の身辺警護をいたします。
ですからどうぞ結界の展開だけに集中なさってください。
私の推測が正しければ魔界が地上に近づいています。
見つけた。
悪魔を見るのは初めてかしら？はじめまして。私はエルザ・ノーティス、タイマシよ。
お久しぶりっすね。アスモデウスの旦那。
ひれ伏せ。
Okay, so generic villains.
シルバージャッジメント。アスモデウスが真っ先に
I've seen the main character somewhere.
あなたよ。
Not sure where.
誰なのかしらね。私から姉さんを奪うなんて。
フィリアさん、どうかお覚悟。
いやー、まったく誰も損しない素晴らしい取引だ。みんなが幸せになれるんだよ。
じゃあ私の幸せがどこにあるのかしら。
絶対に助けに行く。何が何でも俺はフィリア殿を助けに行く。
今私がすべきことは、完璧すぎて可愛げがないと婚約破棄された聖女は隣国に売られる。
It looks cute. It looks cute. Yeah, and unless I see people really talking about it as if it's really good, I will be skipping it. There's just a lot of, I would probably watch this if there was like way less shows this season. I would actually definitely watch this if there were way less shows this season, but because it's not my main genre, but it actually looks decent. The characters don't look insufferable. I'm not too familiar with the genre, but I just know that a bajillion of these exist with the exact same premise. So I wouldn't know if this is a good of that if it's good or not, but I mean, fair enough. I'll let the internet decide how good this is. It is rated 7.3, which isn't bad. So I think this is just going to be above average shoujo. In that genre. I think that's all right. But yeah, no, I probably will leave that out. Oh great, this show. Holy crap. This is frustrating because in my last video I said this next season is looking kind of spicy and I'm going to be reviewing it. And so then I showed a picture of this and I just thought this was going to be an ecchi. I didn't think this was going to be a full-blown hentai. So yeah, the episodes are 12 minutes long. And I don't want to risk the trailer because the last trailer I tried it got me a bit in trouble, so I'm probably not gonna watch the trailer for this. Besides, we all know why you're watching this. It's 12 minutes long. Yeah, you could figure that shit out yourself. Like, you could go, yeah. You don't need me to tell you if you'll watch that or not. You go figure that shit out. I went into the first episode to critique the story and didn't come out with much to work with. I came out with more than I expected to work with, but there you go. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk my channel with that one. Anyways, Mobile Suit Gundam. Okay, Gundam. I have a question. Have you watched Gundam? because I haven't seen a whole lot, so I've heard they're all very different as well from each other. So I'm curious how good of a genre or like franchise is it, like consistently, in a general sense. This is 24 episodes, which is interesting. The thing that piques my interest about this is the character designs. I think that they're kind of cool looking, kind of unique. Could be special. It's almost rated in. No, it's not almost rated an 8, but it's a 7.6, which is decently high. So yeah, now if you know anything about like the Gundam franchise, I am curious. It is a franchise I've never really put my feet into. So yeah, let me know. But okay, let me go do this. Okay, so I'm not gonna try and even pronounce this. I know I'm trying to be picky when I choose what to watch. Fair enough. I mean, that's what my job is for, right? Like, this is why I do these tier list videos. To hopefully save everyone else some time. But yeah, I've never really touched the franchise. It just seems really huge. And the beginnings of the franchise are like just freaking old. And so it's really hard for me to get into that. So, I mean, you know anything about it? Yeah, fair enough. I mean, yeah, I don't know shit about it either. So, I just kind of avoid things with mechs, to be honest. It doesn't seem like the most appealing of genres. There are a few exceptions, but yeah. I don't know. So we'll see. I'll give the trailer a shot because I want to give everything a fair chance, except for ecchis. Because you don't need to see the trailer for those. But anyways, let's see. Okay, I should keep this going. Let's read I'm gonna read the synopsis. Amate never mind. I'm just gonna keep going. Is a high school student living peacefully in a space colony floating in outer space. When she meets a war refugee named Neon. What an original name. Wow, that's crazy. Amate is drawn into the illegal mobile suit dueling sport known as Clan Battle. Under the entry name Machu, she throws herself into fierce battles into fierce battle day after day. Okay, that sentence does actually make sense. Piloting the not gonna pronounce that. Then an unidentified Gundam mobile suit, pursued by both the Space Force and the police, appears before her, along with its pilot, a boy named Shuji. Definitely not Shinji. Now their world is about to enter a new era. I'm confused. Mecha space. So is there dudes in this or what? I'm confused. All right, let me look at the trailer. It's Studio Sunrise, so I do in fact like that studio. Ooh, Bandai Namco. Cool. All right, let's give it a shot. Let me turn this up. Pull my face down. Cool.
直径 6.4km のスペースコロニーは 113.5 秒に1回回転し 1G の遠心力を生み出している。空は
Doesn't this literally just look like the frickin' inside of the spaceship in Interstellar? Like, are they just literally just ripping off Interstellar here? I mean, not that I have a huge problem with that. I mean, whatever, do your thing, but
頭の上じゃなく足の
make
下
that
に
bag.
コロニー生まれの私たちは本物の重力も本物の空も知らない。もちろん本物の海も。賞金をかけてモビルスーツでバトルするクランバトル。
Oh, there's actually world building to this.
このやつはやらない。
僕は修二。
私マジいや意外と可愛い名前。
あんたさクランバトルやらない？
素人を巻き込むな。本当に死ぬぞ。
まだ子供じゃん。
クラバは命がけなんだよ。
モビルスーツ2対2のマブ戦。相手の頭部を破壊すれば勝ちだ。
君も向こう側見えた。
勝つから信じて。マチュのマブ、本物のマブ。一緒にクランバトルやってくれるの？
戦えとガンダムが言っている。
I just realized I was cutting off the subtitles. Apologize for that.
あの子は間合いが分かってるんだ。本物かもしれない。
やらなきゃ。やられる。シンジ。
マチュ。
I like the atmosphere. I will give it that. I like the atmosphere. Confused. Why is this so freaking big? Let me just fix this. There we go. Okay, that actually looks surprisingly good. It legitimately seems like there's actually a bit of world building in there, and they actually focus on it, which is surprising. There's a dude in there, so how important he is will probably mean how much I can probably like enjoy this. Because if it's like an all-female cast, I generally can't enjoy it as much. But this is a maybe. This is a maybe. I'll see. Again, as the there we go. As the freaking season continues, I'll see what the general perception is of it online, and if it's decent, I'll give it a shot. Okay, let me just move my face back up. There we go. Okay, interesting. So that's a maybe. That's it. It looks interesting, so I'll give it a shot. We are skipping this. I'm sorry. How to Become Ordinary. You can, if you want to know my opinion on the first season, you can watch like 2 tier lists ago or something like that. I had a lot of fun reviewing this, but that was because it was stupid as frick. The first season, people were saying that the last 2 episodes were really good, but I dropped it around episode 8 or something. And I hated every bit of it. It was so stupid. It was a shame because I really, really loved Hyoka. Hyoka was a lot of fun. And I was expecting this to be really good. The animation was crazy. But it was just dumb. It was just really, really dumb. You could get the actual reasons why in that video in case you didn't see it, but it was ironic and funny, but it was pretty stupid. So I'm not going into this season. Definitely give me skipping that. But yeah, moving on. Once Upon a Witch's Death. This has been like shoved down my throat by like Netflix or something. Like, this was crazy. I kept seeing ads for this and trailers and shit popping up on my feed, and I was confused why. Not rated insane, but let me check this and see what Netflix or whoever is sponsoring this show really wants me to see. Okay. On her 17th birthday. Oh, never mind. I do remember this. I did hear about this. The apprentice witch Meg learns that she only has 1 year left to live. Her teacher, the long-lived Witch Faust, explains that the only way to undo the death curse is to collect tears of joy and grow the seed of life. This sounds like another anime that came out a while ago, another magical girl anime. I know this isn't magical girls, but I mean it kind of is. It's witch. It's anyways. To find them, Meg will have to leave the sheltered life she's always known and head out into the world. There will be meetings, partings, and friendships aplenty. That's an interesting word. And of course, many tears. Meg will learn the most important lessons for which... Wait, what? Okay. Are bright, sweet, and somewhat heart-wrenching. Okay, that I'm not even going to question the grammar in that sentence. It's probably fine. Probably makes sense in some world. It sounds very similar to... What's that called? Rick, what's that show? Violet Evergarden. And slash a random magical girl anime that came out a few years ago. All right, well, let me give it a shot. Let's see what we got. Maybe this will be fire. I'm a sucker for any shows that are sad, like tear jerkers, anything of that sort. You probably see it in some of my videos too. Like I anything that can make me cry, I'm like, frick, give me more of this, basically. A huge fan of anything like Keyworks or tragedies or stuff like that. So hopefully this is as good as its premise and potential makes it sound. Yeah, let me give it a shot. Let me turn the sound up here.
本当に死んじゃうの？なんでそんな平然としてるのよ。あしゃめぐら滑りってもんでさ。
おやめ。
よろしく、滑り。
切るとこおかしくない？
魔法のことはよくわからないけどさ。
感情のかけらか。実は私もよく知らないのよね。
文字通り人が抱く強い感情さね。お前はそれにいろんな人の喜びの感情を集めるんだ。人が喜んだ時に流す涙、嬉し涙をね。
めぐれ。
Soundtrack's beautiful.
お前は人の心を開かせることができる魔女なんだね。
あなたは大切なものを失う。命を投げ出しても構わないと思うほど。
お前が決めるんだ。
はい。ある魔女が死ぬまで4月1日放送スタート。
It has potential. It has potential. I might give this a few episodes. Legitimately. I'll probably give this a few episodes. I mean, like, just for the chance, like, to find a show that will, that could be emotional. I definitely want to give it a chance. It looks like it has potential. It doesn't have an insane amount of potential, but the music is freaking nice. Touching music? Yeah, no, hella touching. So, I'm going to give this a shot. Again, all female cast, generally not my thing, but I'm going to give this a shot. I think that it has potential. I'll get back to you on that. I'll get back to you on that. I'll let you know how good it is. All right. Oh, yes. Anne Shirley. I'm pretty sure this is like an adaptation of like Anne of Green Gables or something. Like, from what I heard. This is a freaking like Anime Anne of Green Gables or something? Here, oh sorry, my face is in the way. Let me pull this shit up. I think I've just been having my face in front of the freaking posters. Sorry. Sorry. Damn. Okay. I'm curious. Let me see. Okay. Let's read the synopsis. Life is not easy. True statement right there. Life is not easy for Anne Shirley, an 11-year-old orphan with a vast imagination and a short temper. In a twist of fate, okay. In a twist of fate, she gets taken into the Cathbert house in... I don't freaking care. The elderly occupants were looking for a young boy to help in the fields, but they're in for quite a shock when they realize Anne is a girl. Okay. Adapted from the acclaimed classic, I don't know. Portrays Anne's upbringing from 11 to 17 years of age, and her encounters and separations with various people. Only time will tell the major decisions Anne has to make that will change her life forever. What is this? I'm pretty sure I just heard that this is just literally anime Anne of Green Gables. Which is like fair enough, but probably a pass for me. I'm gonna lie, probably a pass for me. I don't know. But we'll see. All right, let's give it a shot. The animation and style looks unique, so that is interesting. Let's give it a go. Let me turn up the sound for you.
見も知らぬ子を家に入れるなんて。人参。
あの子が私たちの何の役に立つと言うんです。
もし知ってることばかりだったら半分も面白くないわ。決めてしまえばいつだって楽しく過ごせるのが私のいいところよ。これから発見することがたくさんあるって素敵じゃない？世界ってとても面白いところですもの。
That was short. Do we have a different trailer? That was the only trailer. Okay. Well, that was short. Fair enough. That's a pass. It looks unique, looks different, but I do not find the setting or just a change in art style to be a good enough reason to watch this. Now, it's rated pretty highly. But even so, I am probably going to wait. I'm going to wait and see what people say. If enough attention is brought to it, I'll give it a shot. But other than that, not really up my alley, if I'm to be honest. Okay, what is this? Oh dear. 6.9. Damn. The Gorilla God's Go-To Girl. Okay. Sure. In a world where individuals I don't take ratings too seriously nowadays. True. You really only take them seriously if they're like an 8 or like lower than a 6.3. That's basically kind of like the gauge. Other than that, in between there, it's really hard to freaking know. But we'll see. Oh, I should probably read the synopsis. In a world where individuals receive blessings from various animal gods, at the age of 16, Sophia, a timid count's daughter, unexpectedly receives the blessing of the gorilla god, said to be the strongest in combat. Though she longs for a peaceful school life, her rare and powerful ability attracts the attention of the royal knights, who scout her as the apprentice knight. Despite her efforts to hide her overwhelming strength, she can't help but stand out. Okay. Meanwhile, the promising young knights around her watch over her with kindness. Okay, I don't know what I'm getting into here, but sure. Let's leave no stone unturned. My face down. Turn that up.
さよなら。私の平穏な学園生活。
Ooh, the voice actors.
ゴリラの神のカ
Do
ゴシに
comedy,
選
so
ばれた
this could be
と
fun.
は。
君とはどちらの意味でも先輩になるな。俺はアイザック・シーアン。走るのが得意。僕もいい加減面倒だと思っていた。
堅苦しいな。アーシェントでいいのに。
ソフィア・リーダー。
飯でも食いに行くか。
ルイ先輩が気にかけてくれたこと、ちょっと嬉しいかも。
僕なら君をもっと綺麗にしてあげられる。
This is a no, by the way.
ゴリラのカゴ車なのか。
私、ルイ先輩に嫌われるかもしれない。
カゴ、ゴリラ。ゴリラの神のカゴ車だろ。
さすがだね、ゴリラちゃん。
君だから選ばれたんだろうな。君の力は人を助けるための力だ。
テレビアニメ「ゴリラの神から加護された令嬢は王立騎士団で可愛がられる」。
Okay. Okay, that looks bad. Yeah, no. No. So we're not doing that. Funny enough. Yeah, that's a little weird. A little weird, not gonna lie. Let me turn this shit down real quick. So no. Short answer. This Yaiba. A remake, obviously, by Studio Wit, who is making way too many animes nowadays, is being paid off by way too many people outside of Japan to make random shit, which is annoying because they're a really great studio, and now they're making a bunch of like really forgettable stuff like Suicide Squad and crap like that. So now they made a remake of something really old, I'm assuming, or maybe it's not a remake, maybe it's just the first adaptation. Really old art style. I've seen people post about it, so I'm curious what it's all about. So let's hop into this. Samurai Legend. Yaiba Samurai Legend. Okay, the protagonist, Yaiba, is a samurai. Who could have guessed? Of a show that's called Yaiba Samurai Legend. Anyway, he's a wild child who trains in the jungle with his father. So he's Tarzan. That's cool. By a twist of fate, the determined samurai Yaiba returns to Japan and encounters his rival. Yaiba, who lives for serious battles, embarks on a spectacular adventure when his rival obtains the legendary demon sword. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's give it a go.
鬼丸、俺と勝負しろ。もっと強くならねえと。もっと力をつけなければ。宮本武蔵。
I'm getting Detective Conan vibes. Oh, Nozomi, hi. How are you? Welcome to stream.
これは風神剣や雷神剣よ。人は皆心に鬼を秘めておる。これよりこの国は俺はこの鬼丸が住める。日本一の侍になるんだ。刃雷神に囚われてはならんぞ。負けないで。待ちわびたぞ、黒金刃。
俺は鬼丸に勝つ。
気は熟した。
Oh my god, copyright strike for this.
貴様は何もなし得ることなく
刃ならきっと
ここで終わるのだ。
Why does it look like Hunter x Hunter? Can I be honest for a second? I don't know how anybody else feels about this, but everyone seems to be like under the impression that like the older animation is like this old art style is like so cool and it makes it voice is a little low. Shit. Okay, there we go. Yes, I am currently double streaming right now. Yes, sir. Yeah. Anyways, I'll have to say, I do have to say though, I never got that. I never understood. I really am not a huge fan of the older animations. I am so much more into animation that looks more realistic. I don't know. There's something about the cartoony sort of, you know, something about it, you know, the really old shit that just I can't really appreciate. I think I started watching anime like 2013, something like that. But I guess I was just too old or whatever to really appreciate it. But it's just not my the way I enjoy it. I can't, if I'm gonna be honest. Well, not that I can't, but it's more like it's just not it's a bit of a downgrade. Oh, look at there. I finally got the what's it called? The chat to work. Let me see. I guess cartoony art is more fun to draw for some people and easier since yeah. Anyways, it's late. It's more of an afterthought in some cases. Fair enough. I think I can sort of understand from that perspective, but I think from a me perspective, it's kind of like I look at it as like not my genre. It was really, really hard for me to get into Hunter x Hunter, and I still am really not into it. I still have to finish that. So for me, it makes things a lot tougher to enjoy. I am very much give me the realistic side, if that makes sense. But you know, it's not that I can't enjoy it. But I have to say, the animation outside of the art style, I think, looks really good. I mean, it's Wit Studio, sort of be expected. But I don't know. People are talking about it on Twitter and other places, so I'll probably give it a shot. Give it a few episodes, see if I like it. Also see how popular it gets in the next month or so. But yeah, I'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it's decent. Hopefully. But yeah, I'll give this probably 3 episodes. And that'll probably be as much as I'll give it. If I don't like it by 3 episodes, generally I don't stick through stuff, and it's really hard for me to recommend something that, it gets good by the end. I'm really against that sentiment because I don't know. It feels disingenuous, where it's like, for me, I'm like, you have to be enjoying it from the beginning. It can get better at a certain point, but I find it really hard to justify recommending a show that, gets good near the end or stuff like that. Like, it's got, for me, I'm like, if I'm going to recommend something, it's got to be good or enjoyable from the beginning. So we'll see. If I like the first 3 episodes, I'll maybe continue it. So yeah, that's a maybe. I might finish that. Probably will review it though. This, I'm honestly gonna skip this. I've seen the trailer to this. This is just a girl going around Japan. And that's that. There's really nothing else to it. And yeah, we got a few more trailers to get through. So, okay, this. The Dinner Table Detective. Oh gosh. Oh shit. Fudge. Oh, terrific. Okay, let me see. Set in somewhere in Tokyo. Reiko, a rookie detective at the police department, is also the heiress of the globally renowned Hosho group. Fair enough. Don't know what that means. She tackles challenging cases alongside the inspector. Here to the Motors family business, and another dude, her sharp-tongued butler and driver. I'm picking up weird vibes from this already. Let me move my head slightly. Okay, with biting remarks like, "Are your eyes merely decorative, my lady?" Okay. The driver not only critiques Reiko's lack of deductive skills, but also brilliantly solves the mysteries at hand. A sharp-tongued butler meets classic detective fiction in this unique mystery series. I don't know about unique, maybe for anime, but I don't know about unique. I already explained earlier in the stream why I'm already nervous about detective shows in anime, because they're notoriously shit. They're just bad. Anything that revolves around cases are freaking horrible. So that it's already not a great genre. I'm already not super excited. It is done by Studio Madhouse, which means that the animation is probably going to be above par. But I mean, I should probably just shut up and see the trailer. Maybe I'll get blown up. Maybe my socks will get blown off. Who the frick knows? Maybe a few other items of clothing might get blown off too. We'll see. But here we go. I can't believe my model is actually working today. It wasn't working before stream, and I kept like restarting my computer and restarting the programs and all this shit, and it's working for some odd reason. I don't know why. So, fun fact. There you go. All right, let me start this. Turn up the sound. Let me know how the sound is, by the way.
宝生家のご令嬢だよ。
宝生って世界的に有名なあのグローバル企業、
Oh
宝
gosh.
生グループのなんてお美しい。
申し遅れましたが、私本日よりお嬢様にお仕えすることになりました。執事の影山と申します。お嬢様の目は節穴でございますか？
If you didn't notice, he just said the line from the synopsis about her eyes. If you didn't get that. So yeah, that's something. That's like insane, right? He asked if her eyes were for more than just decorations. Like, you get what I mean? Like, that's kind of crazy, if I'm to be honest. We continue.
このままだと迷宮入りだわ。国立署の宝生です。答え分かってんでしょ、影山。いいから教えなさい。
お嬢様の凡庸なひらめきなど人に話すほどのものではございません。聞くだけ時間の無駄。凡庸なひらめきなど人に話すほどのものではござい。
Huh. Cool.
聞くだけ時間の無駄でございました。
僕が来たからには皆さんどうかご安心。
Oh, that's his voice actor. Let's freaking go. I love this voice actor. Frick. Dang it. Now I feel like I have to watch this. She's got spirit. It's sure. Grasping at straws here, but sure. Not a fan of the glasses. I love this voice actor.
引っ込んでいてくださいますか？
もう少し正直になれていた。
今回の事件は起きなくて済んだのかもしれませんね。
これで謎が解けたわ。
謎を解いた後だと胸がいっぱいで食べられないことも終わりでしょう。ですから謎解きはディナーの後でがよろしいかと。
Sure. Probably not. I'm gonna be honest. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna need some convincing to see that. Ooh, Apocalypse Hotel. I actually talked to somebody who watched this and they said they really liked it, so I'm curious what this is. Let's get some music going. Turn that down a bit. Okay. Let me know if the sound, like, I have no clue how high the music should be. So, let me know if that's weird or anything. Anyways, okay, Apocalypse Hotel. Many years have passed since humanity vanished from Earth, yet the Galaxy Tower Hotel in Ginza, Tokyo, continues to operate. At the center of its staff is Yachio. I think I pronounced that right. A dedicated hotelier robot, along with other employee robots working tirelessly in various departments. Oh gosh, I can't freaking read anymore. Together they spend what feels like an eternity maintaining the hotel, despite having no guests. Sounds like planetarium, but anyways. They await the return of their owner, and the day humanity reappears. Now, a small miracle is about to change everything for Yashio and her robotic colleagues. Okay. Post-apocalyptic world, specifically ones where people are like abandoned, like it's the world is like abandoned or lonely or desolate. I'm a huge fan of that setting. So the problem is this does look a little bright, so I don't know if it's gonna mix super well or it's gonna give the same vibe that I'm expect from something like that. But let's give it a shot. Cygame Pictures, which for some reason is a really good track record for really nice animation. So, let's give it a shot. Oh dear. All right, let me put my face down. No, not that. That's not my face. Cool. And then turn up the sound here. Cool.
M なの希望ほらもうこれはほら今日はザギンでシースよしよし
What did I just watch? I just had a monster and I still can't I'm not really keeping up with this. What the frick just happened? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to freaking rewatch this to like get through the shit. Holy, to understand what on earth is going on, because what the heck was that? There's a lot going on. Wow. Music is unique. Yeah. It's definitely something.
お前は寂しくないのか。
寂しい。よくわかりません。愛すべきお客様にハートフルな京都、最高の笑顔を。ようこそホテル銀河楼へ。
That looks fun. Legitimately, that looks fun. That could be very confusing. But hopefully if they don't bother explaining anything and they just leave it confusing, that could actually be pretty decent. It has potential. I heard from somebody who watched, like, I don't know how many episodes are out. They said it was good. So I will probably give it a shot. Will I actually put this in the tier list video? We'll see. We'll see how wacky it is. If it's just like the weirdest shit ever. Might be fun to talk about, but we'll see. That looks kind of fun. That legitimately looks kind of fun. I feel like that could be a lot of weird shit. I feel like it's going to be one of those shows that, anybody walks in while you're in the middle of an episode and they're going to be like creeped out of their minds, but I will probably enjoy it. I feel like that could be a show that, is so weird it's like so chaotically dumb. And anyways, I don't even really know how to describe something like that, but I'll let you guys know. If it's good, I'll let you guys know, and if it's really bad, I'll let you guys know as well. Excuse me. All right, we got only like a few. These are like the last few rows. We are skipping that. Sorry, Uma Musume fans. I'm not watching that. As much as I think the animation is incredible, I am not watching that. So sorry. I'm gonna skip this because I'm sorry, this does not look like it's gonna be up my alley. So I'm gonna skip that. I'll take a look at this. What is this? All right, let's see. Catch Me at the Ballpark. Oh, never. This is a sports anime. Frick. There's a reason why we're near the bottom of the list. Shit. Oh, okay. Let me read the synopsis here. To escape his tiring job, weary Mirata finds escape at a nearby baseball stadium. That is definitely a place to escape to. While the games are thrilling, it's a random girl, the Gairaru. I butchered that, didn't I? As cold as the beer she serves, but secretly a sweetheart. Sure. Who keeps him coming? Okay, so he's a freaking major simp. Okay, fair enough. You know what? I get it. You know, as her first regular, Murata discovers the warmth behind her frosty demeanor, and their hilarious, heartwarming encounters light up the ballpark and maybe even their hearts. That sounds cute. That's cute. That sounds wholesome. Oh dear. Oh no. I really hope this trailer isn't like really weird. But here we go. Oh, this is a huge thing in Japan, though. The girls running around with the beers.
野球は勝敗だけじゃないと。
これだから野球ファンは
今日もアナウンス楽しみにしてます。
どこにいるんだい、Beautiful girl。
ありがとうございます。メガ盛りチャウ。
今でも野球観戦好きなんです。球場の仕事は誰かが見てくれてるから頑張れるのよね。
ちょっくら行ってきますか。
Well, that didn't really show us a whole lot, but you know what? This is gonna be a shit show. This is gonna be a horrible show. I'm probably gonna watch it. I'm probably not gonna tell anybody I'm watching it, but I'm probably gonna watch it. I'm probably gonna enjoy it. This honestly seems like a show. As long as it doesn't focus on the sports aspect, this is kind of, this is like my guilty pleasure genre of just weird ass romances. Like these strange scenarios. It sounds cute. It sounds sweet. I mean, it's you know. See, this is the type of like this is the type of adult romance that I like would be interesting, right? It's that's not stuck in this, work environment. It's not like the office work romances like that. That is just like the worst setting you could possibly pick. But if you're gonna do it like an adult romance, this is the way you do it. You have them going places you can't go. You generally don't go in high school settings. And I think that's how you kind of like focus for I go outside of the fact of being, adulthood being as boring as it is and uneventful as it is. If you do weird shit, have a weird quirk like this that's outside of, the regular settings. I think that's how you pull this stuff off. I'll check in every once in a while, but I'm going to do some gaming while listening. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I appreciate you being here. So, yeah, no, have fun. I'll do a few more trailers, and then I'll probably. I can already hear my voice like freaking cracking up and stuff. Like, I've been streaming for like 2.5 hours. That's crazy. That's one of my longest streams. Well, longest streams I've ever done, probably. But yeah, I want to get this. I want to get this done tonight. So I'll try and. We only got a few more trailers left, so it's like I'll do this last 2 rows, and then I'll probably finish up for the night. It's like almost 12 o'clock my time, so lovely. Lovely. So yeah, but that I don't know. I'll give it a. It says comedy sports. Hold on. Where's the romance tag? Shit. I'll give it a shot. I don't suggest anybody else watching this, but I'll give it a shot. Okay, let me see. Hope that music didn't jump scare you there. Okay, let's see. Mono. What is this? I've actually seen clips on this on Twitter, so I'm actually a little curious. Mono tags are genre comedy. The Photography Club is in danger of shutting down, and the Cinema Club too. Fret not, for they shall merge and become Cinephoto Club. Okay, sure. Now, club members Satsuki, Anne, and Sakurako. I can never tell if I'm butchering these names or not. I think I got it though. Are asked to be the main characters for manga artist Haruno's latest work that's centered around action cameras. Action cameras? That's interesting. I'm curious what that means. Action cameras. Weird. Okay. The girls head out to capture the lovely sights of Japan, experimenting with gadgets beyond photography and film equipment, and of course, chomping on the local delicacies along the way. Okay. Probably not up my alley, if I'm to be honest. But let's get the trailer. It's a comedy, with comedies, it's really hard to know if it's going to be good or not, because they can take pretty much any genre, and if the author is good enough, he can make the characters and things happen, be hilarious. But outside of that, it's really hard to know, especially from trailers. Trailers for comedy is one of the hardest to tell if it's going to be good or not. So, with that in mind, I'm going to try and watch this with a grain of salt, or a wheelbarrow of salt. We'll see how I'm feeling. Too bad there's no subtitles for these, because subtitles really help with figuring out if there's any jokes in the trailer. But even then, it's still hard to know. All right, let me start.
写真部のことあとは頼んだわよ。脇野原先輩。今月いっぱいで入る。360度。これから私何を撮ればいいんだろう。これならいろいろ面白いもの撮れると思ったんだ。これから写真も動画もバンバン撮るぞ。さっちゃん、私もカメラ買ったった。部員が私たちだけじゃ廃部になっちゃうんだよ。写真部いいよ、入る入る。写真部ってどんな活動してるの？まあ私はゆるい漫画家だから。二人にぜひ次回作のモデルになってほしいの。やば、ガソリン入れるの忘れてた。今の季節が一番いいんだよ。やってよかったね。うん、なんかいろんなもの撮りたくなってきた。
Cute girls do cute things comedy. You know what? There's a fan base for that. There certainly is. That looks interesting. Yeah, I'm good though. It looks awesome, looks good enough. I think it was, if you're into that genre, I would suggest it. I'd probably say check it out. But yeah, not really my genre. I'm not crazy about it, so that'll be a pass from me. Let's see, Guilty Gear Strive. Damn, Guilty Gear. Haven't heard that in a while. Is this CGI? That looks CGI. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's really not good. Oh dear. Alright, let's read the synopsis. Actually, no. Let's check if this is CGI first.
罪深き生体兵器戦が起きる。
おめと変わって嫌いじゃないぜ。
何がもう
Yeah, this is CGI. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a skip. To be honest. That's a pretty hard skip. So, ooh, Bye Bye Earth second season. I did not see the first season. Let me know if either of you have seen the first season. Was it good? Was it worth it? I don't remember when the first season came out, so I have no idea if it is any good. I know it was it used to be higher on the list of like expected shit to come out this season, so I'm not sure. Let me know if you've heard of it or not. But well, since it's the second season of something, I'm probably gonna skip it. Like the trailer. Teo Jonia. My brother was actually started watching this. Sorry, probably jump scared you with the music again. Good old interspecies reviewers. Oh dear. I know my brother started this and he wasn't exactly impressed, but let's give it a shot. In the harsh region known as the Borderlands, humans must fight an endless battle against the demi-human creatures that come at them relentlessly, intent on taking their land and their gods. A young boy named Kai, fighting to defend his village, sustains a life-threatening injury that causes him to regain memories from his past life. I guess that's what injuries do nowadays. Fair enough. If you're not a guardian bearer, it's like you're playing life on hard mode. Alright, random gaming reference. Why? This looks like Edo period. Why are you giving me gaming reference? I'm confused. Kai's newfound knowledge gives him a new sense of the unfair rule set in parentheses that governs the world around him. One thing is clear for those without a god to serve as their guardian: life is a constant struggle for survival. Thus begins the epic tale of a young boy's ascent into a vast world filled with magic, bloodshed, and mystery. I like the bloodshed part. I'm just gonna look. I'm just gonna watch the trailer. I'm just gonna see what this is like. All right, let's give it a go.
異世界また見えちまった。あっちの盛り土は俺みたいな親も兄弟もね、死んでも泣いてくれるやつなんかいねえ。ただ忘れられちまうだけだ。初めから村にいなかったみたい。俺は絶対ごめんだ。生き残るために少しでも強くなる。だから少ない飯でもちゃんと食って人より鍛えていくしかねえ。
I mean, the character designs are unique. They're not memorable, but they are different. So it does indeed have one thing going for it. That's
私はまだまだ弱い。
そういう意味では
女は戦に出なくていいから強くなる必要はないっていうの？女でもカゴ持ちは土地の守り人。戦わねばならない時が必ずあるの。
すいません。テレビアニメ「テオゴニア」4月。
Sure. I think from what my brother was saying, this show is kind of just really focusing on the like racial battles between humans and demi-humans. I remember him saying that the multiverse memories thing was a little bit bullshit. And I'm honestly, I think I'm gonna skip this. It doesn't look insane. I haven't heard incredible things about it, so I think that's a skip from me, to be honest. All right, 2 more shows to go, I think, before... I'm gonna skip this one. Food for the Soul. We'll skip that. Mystery, supernatural, suspense. Ooh, that's a 5. Damn. Okay. All right, and then the rest of this is just automatic garbage at the bottom of the tier list. Let's see, continuing series. We don't need to see that. Is there a Chinese section? Here we go. Okay. Oh, and then Moonrise. Oh, yeah, dude, freaking Moonrise. That's right. I probably have to watch that. Oh, I definitely do have to watch that. Hold on. All right. I'm gonna... To Be Hero X. Right off the bat. This shit is gas. This shit is fire. Holy crap, this is the best thing airing. No questions about it. This is the best thing airing. Written by the writers to Link Click. If you haven't seen Link Click, freaking go watch that. But it's really evident this is written by the same people. Really good. They took a genre that I didn't know you could be original in. And holy crap, this show got complicated in one episode. The characters are incredible. I mean, it's almost rated at 9 here. Freaking deserved. Favorite thing from this season. The animation, the 3D animation is like arcane. And the 2D animation fits in really well, and it's really good. The voice actors are great. Very well cast. I watched it in Japanese dub. You know, the right way to watch it. The only way to watch it, to be to be precise. Yeah, I've seen the first 2 episodes. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is literally the best thing airing. So, let me show you guys the trailer.
信じるんだ。信じることがヒーローを生み出す世界で。
ヒーローはあまたいるけれど X の称号が一つ。
大きくなったら
いつか絶対
本物のヒーローになる。
俺も強くなるから。
自分が何を求めてないかはわかる。
分かっているのは自分がやるべきことだけだ。
いつからこの子の話を信じ始めたんだろう。
トラならみんなを守るヒーローになれる。
もうピエロじゃない、スーパーヒーローになってやる。
もしここで逃げ出したらその人たちを裏切ることになってしまう。
新しいヒーロー像を作り上げて世の中の偏見をぶっ壊す。
お前を傷つける奴がいれば問答無用で殺す。
大切な人一人守れないのならヒーローになんかならなくていい。
神様になったら目障りなゴミは全部片付けられるのか。
俺たちは運命によって配置された駒だ。恐怖が消えることもない。
恐怖粒子がもたらすパワーを試したくはないか。
しがらみから解放されて前を向く時が来たんだ。
私の真実、私が自分で取り戻す。
天秤は傾いてしまってる。誰かが正さなきゃいけない。
ルールとは不完全だから改正するもの。
ヒーローを野放しにしてはダメだ。
完全に管理するのは無理があるみたいだね。もうためらわない。僕が本気でヒーローになりたいと思ったのは守り抜きたい人ができた時だ。
真相解明といこう。
Different art styles and animation styles. Hell yeah. No, yeah, they got like a bunch of studios to do to animate different parts of it. But yeah, no, the animation is really good, really solid. The characters are done incredibly well for like the 20 minutes that each episode is. It's just my favorite. It is my favorite. I think it's the best written. I think it's the best premiere so far. The most solid first episode of this season. From all the stuff I've seen, and I mean I've seen I haven't seen everything, but I don't think it can be beaten. Really good. So I highly suggest, if you're thinking of anything to watch this season, pick this shit up. You will not be disappointed. So there you go. I'm generally not that confident with these things, but yeah, this was really good. Moonrise. Okay, so I've heard good things about this. And they dropped all the episodes at once. So this is a Studio Wit original. And I'm curious. I've heard people say that the fight scenes are really good, but haven't heard anything outside of that. So let's take a look. Because I've ignored looking or kind of seeing this because I kind of want to go into this blind. Let me put on my model. Cool. Let's go.
VC3 偵察教習部隊の任務は月の反乱軍のリーダーボブ・スカイラムの抹殺です。そのため目的の居場所を特定すべく敵地に潜入します。みんなこの場撤収。ポイントチャーリーで合流するわよ。
I feel like there's a video game. Like this looks like a video game world to me. I don't know what video game this is, but this this is really reminiscent of something, and I'm not sure what.
手合わせ願えるかなボブスカイラム
そんな本物ダメ今戦ってます
あの野郎の首を持ち帰るまで地球には帰らない俺がボブスカイラムを抹殺する無事だったんだねよかったフィル
Well, there you go. Let me pop that out. Let me see. All right, I'm actually I forgot to read the synopsis. In a not too distant future, humanity has established a loosely organized world government, with everything managed by an international AI network called Sapientia. There we go. People live peaceful lives by loyally obeying its rational decisions. However, Sapientia's lunar development project, which sends criminals and pollutants to the moon to maintain Earth's peace, creates disparity and poverty on the moon, sparking a catalyst for war. Jack Shadow gets caught up in the conflict after losing his family to a terrorist bombing by the moon's rebel army. Vowing revenge, Jack joins the Earth army as a scout on the moon, only to discover an unexpected leader among the resistance forces. It sounds unique. It sounds cool. The animation looks good. I know for a fact that the the character designs were either created or based off of from the author of Full Metal Alchemist, which I thought was an interesting take. But yeah, no, I'm curious because there's no source material for this, and I'll be giving this a shot. I think I'll definitely talk about this one because it sounds unique. It sounds interesting. I think it has a high chance of being pretty good. All right, and then this is airing on the. Oh yeah, this is May 1st, so that's different. Where's I need to find it. I don't know if it's here. Here, let me look it up. There's one. All right, before I end stream for today, there's one more trailer for a Chinese anime that is coming out right now. That I am currently having a lot of fun watching. There's like 6 episodes out. They feel really short. But this show, it's just a lot of fun. The fight scenes are really, really good. Like Mappa, or better. In how good they are. Like there's like most of them are like Jujutsu Kaisen or better. In terms of how they look. So the characters are fun. The story's fun. It's feels different. So I'm already enjoying this. I'm already watching this, but I highly suggest. It's a very good anime to binge, by the way. Really good. Obviously, you know, if you're not used to Chinese, it's going to be a little bit difficult to adjust. But if you can, give this one a shot. Because it's fun. So, as I'll play the trailer. And there you go. Yeah, but dude, this it's called Supercube. Maybe I should read the synopsis real quick. It is let's go. In an accident, an ordinary boy, I'm not going to pronounce that name, obtains a space system called Superpower Cube from a high-latitude cosmic civilization and gains extraordinary powers. When the school... I think that says... Okay, whatever. Okay, when the main character's longtime crush confesses her love to him, the delinquent Sun Jun, who also has a crush on her, is provoked. The main character resolves the crisis with his wit and extraordinary powers, but it also brings more disasters as a result. The girl is taken to the world of extraordinary beings by a mysterious person, and the main character embarks on a journey to rescue her. Fighting in the bizarre universe, he finds the meaning of fairness and justice on the path to becoming a peerless powerhouse. So, I mean, that was an interesting way of describing it. But yeah, no, a lot of fun. Animation, really good. Chinese seem to have a problem with not being able to have proper transitions between scenes. They'll just like fade to black so fast and then just move on. So I found that kind of funny, and the episodes go by really fast. So if you want a real fast moving show, the jokes are good, the characters are fun. Yeah, got my recommendation. It's one of my favorite this season. So yeah. Anyways, but that's pretty much everything. If I'm to be honest. Damn. That was a long ass stream. I appreciate y'all being here. It was frick. I'm glad I got that done though. I'm actually able to start watching a lot of stuff from this season, and I appreciate y'all, the people who commented, especially you see Zane and Nozomi. Y'all have a good night. Really appreciate you being here. Don't drink too much Monster, and you all have a good one. And I'll see you next video, I guess, and next live stream, whenever that may be. So yeah, again, thank you both for being here, and anyone else who tuned in. And I'll be back. All right, peace.